Hey there, Hi-Rez. I know you're in there. I know you're listening. I'm gonna stalk you up. I am going to be in the end of this earth. I will chase you till the day you die if these changes don't come. I will be your worst nightmare. I'm just joking. Seriously, though, these changes need to happen. I love Cthulhu as much as the next guy. I really like Cthulhu, actually. I think he's one of the more fun Guardians. There's just one big, massive, overwhelming issue I just can't ignore. And that is the fact that his passive makes no goddamn sense. Actually, a lot of parts of this champion just don't really make sense. The idea here is supposed to be a late game Guardian that is supposed to like scale indefinitely, which immediately I was like, oh yeah, that's my kind of Guardian. If you don't know anything about me, but I love late game scaling. I love champions that can like go indefinitely. Scion and Gnosis. Obviously, these champions that have infinite stacking are some of the most fun that in like League of Legends, right? And Smite is not really one. He's the first champion that I can think of that has indefinite scaling. It's probably the only one that has it, which is why it's really annoying where you don't really use it. Yeah, it's really annoying, but the best way to play him is just kind of ignore it till the late game. And because it's just so hard to stack it correctly. It takes way too long, and by the time you do it, either the enemy is already dead, or you're already dead. Which just really sucks. Like, the highest I've been able to stack it is a thing like 23%, which is not bad. 3% damage reduction is not bad, but it's just, that's like my highest. I usually get like very low amount of stacks, and I really try to go for these stacks. So here's some of the changes that I think could happen to make this a bit more interesting. Again, I want to state that I am not a genius in balancing, and I have no idea what I'm talking about. This is just some changes I think would be fun, which is what I usually try to do. I want fun, not like super balance. I usually more focus on fun, which is kind of my deal. So yeah. The first part is remove the sanity you get at the start. It's right now it's 20%. Reduce that to 0. Okay, so he starts with 0%. That's a massive nerf, but I'll get to that. Okay, and then his basic attack now applies a stack of fear, a stack of his passive, every basic attack, not every third basic attack. To compensate for that, actually, how many stacks does this proc? I'm actually not sure. 1 stack of torment. Okay, yeah, so it's up to 2. So the way to compensate is that this and this don't actually apply any stacks. Both of these don't apply any more stacks. So now you basic attack. Actually, and maybe reduce this, like max cooldown, like max level, the cooldown is reduced by a bit, right? That's the other change. Okay, so these don't apply any more stats. This is reduced cooldown max level, and basic attacks now apply one stack. So you Q, go in, you Q, basic attack, basic attack, basic attack, basic attack, basic attack, Q, right? That's the idea of it. Maybe these should also apply a stack, but I'm not sure, right? I'm really not sure how to balance it the best. Okay, so, and then the next change is that his ult, the third part of it, right? You know how it changes your abilities? Let me just go into a map really quickly. Okay, so as you can see now, his ult, if I'm gonna ult, it changes my abilities. I could stack now. If I basic attack, I can stack. I can also Q to basic attack. Okay, look at my path. I can now 3, which will eat the stacks, or it will like heal me, something like that, right? It heals me, but it does not like consume it. So then I have to go out and consume it manually, right? So the change is now that it does actually stack now, which also consumes the stack, obviously. that's the other thing. Yeah, so these are the changes that I want to... The idea here is to make him, like, weaker early game, but make him much easier to stack, so he could, like, scale way better and could be, like, this indefinite scaling champion. Again, like Scion, for example. And then, like, really make him more late game appealing, right? That's the idea. Only problem I can see with this is that it might insinuate building AAP, I mean, magical damage way more, because late game you're gonna be like almost unkillable if you stack correctly. But the way I look at it is it's gonna be so hard to stack because you have to get real close and personal, and most of your stacks are basic attacks now, that you probably want to build like defense. Maybe late game you could switch for like some magical items, but like I still think that defense would be the better option. Or hybrid. Probably hybrid would be the best. Yeah, so these are the changes. It's supposed to make it fun. Again, I want to state that. It's supposed to be fun. Yeah, that's pretty much all I got.